Florida's housing market is crashing heading into 2025. In Sarasota, inventory is now up to over 4,000 homes, again close to the highest level in a decade, while the days on the market for houses has now spiked to 91 days, also the highest level in a decade.
Florida's housing market situation just got substantially worse. With inventory surging and freak weather events happening routinely, this is a recipe for disaster.
The Florida housing market is crashing. You have probably seen these headlines floating around, whether on the news or YouTube. But is Florida's real estate market really on the brink of collapse? Or is this just another case of the media pushing fear for clicks? Now, fair warning, we're going to talk a lot of numbers today. But don't worry, I'll break everything down in a way that makes it super simple to understand. I'm a math kind of guy, so if numbers are the only thing that makes sense to you, stick around. But even if you are not into numbers, don't go anywhere. I promise, I'll make it easy to follow. Let's dive into this so-called crisis and uncover what's really happening in the Florida housing market. Hey everyone, I'm Amr Kurar, your local real estate expert and the Sarasota guide. I have lived up and down the East Coast from Hartford, Connecticut, Astoria, Queens, Jersey City, Greenville, South Carolina, and the north of Atlanta, all in search for the best place to enjoy life and raise my family. And I finally landed right here in Sarasota. So if you're curious why I chose Sarasota over anywhere else in America, let's chat, whether it's over the phone, a cup of coffee, or just taking some time to show you why Sarasota is better than any other place in the country. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Florida real estate, this video is for you. And if you haven't had the chance to visit Sarasota yet, don't worry, I have got you covered. I have put together a Southwest Florida Starter Pack packed with everything you need to know about schools, hospitals, golf courses, beaches, and real estate. And yes, it's free. So just click the link below to grab your copy. Now, let's break this down. Before we talk about today's market, we need to look back at how we got here. What really happened? When the pandemic hit, Florida became the destination for people fleeing high-tax states. With the strict lockdowns, they came in droves, driving up demand and wiping out inventory. This frenzy led to homes appreciating at an alarming rates. Homes that were valued at $250,000 in 2019 shot up to $400,000, even $500,000 by 2022. Buyers were not just paying market value. They were borrowing equity from the future, offering $50,000 to $100,000 and sometimes even $150,000 above asking price just to beat the competition. But why? See, inventory was at a historic lows. Before the pandemic, Florida had about 5.3 months of inventory, meaning homes took around 5 to 6 months to sell. By March 2022, that number have dropped drastically to just 0.6 months, creating an absolute chaos. People were bidding like crazy, throwing in appraisal gaps, waiving inspections, anything to secure a home. That's where the real issue was, not just the appreciation, but how it happened and what caused it. Where are we now? That's the question that a lot of people are asking. Now that we have come back down to earth, let's look at the numbers. In Sarasota County, single-family homes currently have 6.3 months of inventory, slightly above the 5.5 months we had in December 2019. And the median sale price is $479,400, which is down 2.7% from last year. That means we're right back to where we were before the pandemic. And unlike 2008, we're not flooded with inventory. However, when you look at condos and townhouses, it's a different story though. Inventory has surpassed the pre-pandemic levels, sitting at 7+ months, officially making it a buyer's market. And why? Because rising insurance costs and new condo laws and higher HOAs are pushing more owners to sell. But that's a whole other topic, and I actually have a separate video breaking that down, so be sure to check that out. Over in Manatee County, the story is pretty similar. Single-family home inventory sits at about 4.5 months. Actually lower than the 5.5 months we had pre-pandemic, which means it's still a seller's market. The median sale price here is $466,500, which is down 3.4% from last year. That's why we're not seeing home prices crashing. But again, condos are seeing a faster correction, with inventory rising to 7.8 months versus the 4.8 months we had pre-pandemic. Tampa, though, it's a whole different story. Tampa is still on fire. In Hillsborough County, Tampa Bay area, single-family homes are at 3.28 months of inventory. Barely different from the 3.5 months we had the pre-pandemic. The median sale price in Hillsborough County is $408,000, which is actually up, and I repeat it, up from last year, 0.5%. Condos are very similar, 4.76 months worth of inventory now versus 3.5 months pre-pandemic. That means Tampa is still a strong seller's market. So again, where is the crash? Now, if we move south to Charlotte County, that's Englewood, Port Charlotte, Charlotte Harbor kind of area. That's where we are starting to see a buyer's market. Single-family home inventory is sitting at 8.3 months, surpassing the pre-pandemic levels. The median sale price here is $365,000, which is down 8.3% from last year. This is one of the highest county in drop pricing. Condos, a full 12 months of inventory, double what it was before the pandemic. This is largely due to the insane hikes following the Chamberlain Towers collapse, which forced condos to increase reserve funds. But again, this is a very location specific, not a statewide crash. And to add to Charlotte County, and to kind of give you an idea why this happened, in the last 2 years, we have a couple of hurricanes back to back. These hurricanes caused FEMA to adjust the flood map and added a lot more area to flood zones, which made the insurance go up. Insurance go up, higher cost of living, people is selling homes, and that's why these areas we see a lot more inventory versus the other part of the states. And when we zoom out and look at the Florida state housing market, according to Ramsey Financial, the median sale price in November 2024 was $410,700. Compared to the $413,000 in November 2023, that's a 0.6% decline. A merely slight dip, not a collapse. Why this is not 2008 all over again? This is not 2008. Back then, the market was flooded with inventory. Lenders were handing out bad loans and foreclosures were piling up. Today, we have market correction, not a collapse. Supply and demand still control the market, and we do not have an oversupply of homes like we did in 2008. Yes, condos are shifting, but that's due to policy and cost changes, not economic collapse. The extreme price drops you hear about in the media, that's mostly sellers who overpaid at the peak and now want to cash out with a profit, asking for above market pricing. Homes that are priced correctly are still selling and selling fast. Here is my final thoughts. The media wants you to panic. Every year, when hurricane season rolls around, the media acts like Florida is about to be wiped out of the map, disappear into the ocean. But here's the reality. Every state has its risk. The Northeast gets a blizzard and nor'easters shut down cities. The Midwest gets tornadoes wiping out entire towns. And look at California. They're dealing with wildfires and earthquake. Yet, people still live there. Florida has its challenges and no different than other places. But it also has year-round sunshine, no state income tax, and an unbeatable lifestyle. And people know that, which is why Florida is still one of the fastest growing states in the country. So is Florida's market crashing? Absolutely not. It's correcting, stabilizing, and is still one of the best places to buy real estate. Thinking about buying or selling? Let's chat. I help my clients find their dream homes and save thousands of dollars. Click the link below to connect with me today. And let's find the perfect home for you in this incredible state. All right, everybody, it's a wrap for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're enjoying these Sarasota Bradenton Insights, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. We would love to hear from you. Drop us a comment below with your thoughts and let us know what topics you would like to see in our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.